I'm getting with the plan. I also do the captions. I'd love to see if they can keep up with my polished and refined voice accent. So there's the closed caption. All right. So with that being done, let's move over to our handy dandy Mylabs Plus and look at the handouts. Now, if you didn't get the handouts, being the smart aleck that I am, I put it on Mylabs Plus so you won't have that excuse. So if you look on the left-hand side of Mylabs Plus, there is your, I'm going to go ahead, you need to go ahead and mute your microphones and just use the, okay, now I can't hear anything. Okay, that probably is on your side, Miss Flores. Probably your end. I will take you out and bring you back in. That's usually what we do with Skype for Business. Bring you back in. I don't know. Can y'all take yourselves out and bring yourselves back in? Has anybody tried that?
I think you can.
I don't know. Okay, where is she? Okay. Okay, I'm going to take her out. Wait a minute. Where? Okay, there she is. I don't know if I can take her out or not. Let me go to this. Flores Espinosa. I'm going to take her. Remove participant. Flores Espinosa. And Flores. And bring her back in. And maybe that'll fix it. Okay, hopefully most of y'all are calling in. I mean, most of y'all can hear me. And hopefully that'll fix. Miss Woodward, you said when you click on what tab? Miss Flores Espinosa.
The MAT 120.
Okay.
The syllabus.
Huh. Well, let's go and look. When you click on it, it should just come up to the right here. I don't know why it's not coming up unless something's wrong. Try it on another computer or try it on another search engine. Let me ask you this first. Are you using a Mac?
No, it's a Dell.
Okay. Then try, maybe try Google Chrome or Firefox.
That's what I'm on. I mean, like I can see it says Hubert's info and then your class ideologies and your YouTube and the YouTube.
Oh, you're on Handouts. I'm on Syllabus.
Now, how do I get to that?
It's the one above it.
All right, got you.
Okay.
That was my mess up. You know, the blonde.
I need y'all to turn to the last page, and this is the page that's going to be your Bible from here on out. Right there. There's your Bible. It's called the outline. You need to print this page out, and it needs to be in your notebook where you do all your writing and all your note taking and all that good stuff. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, I'll go ahead and show you right now. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, where is my Chapter 1 and Chapter 2? I wrote it down. There it is. And bring this up. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, Chapter 1 test. Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 is 20% of the test. So write that down. It's reading. It's vocabulary, terminology. All right. So you need to go ahead. So right now, most of you should be reading Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 in in the next week. Okay? You need to get that done. Actually, you need to get it done the next couple of days. I forgot. This is a 10-week course, so you need to get it done. Get to chapter 3. Okay? Who said they couldn't pull up the well, most of y'all can't pull up the e-text. If you can't pull up the e-text right now, you need to start working on chapter 3. Why? Because the chapter 1 and chapter 2, you have to actually read the book to see the actual, or you can follow along with me, or you can follow along with the 1.1 through 2.3 videos in last semester. Okay, however you want to do it. All right, but however you want to do it, get to chapter 3 as soon as possible. If you can't get the e-text right now, then rely on me and rely on the videos from last semester to show you, because it's on my board. I put it on the board and I show you what words are important and what words are not. Okay, I'm keeping a watch on the. Okay, I need Miss Woodward or Miss Billy. If you see somebody having a question or problem, you let me know, because I'm let's see. Okay, Miss Flores can hear now, and also Edge search engine. Oh, thank you, Miss White. What is Edge search engine? What is that? Is that? Just go ahead and undo your mute and tell me what Edge search engine is.
I think it's the Microsoft Edge search engine. You can download it on anything.
Okay, everybody, you need to make that note. Edge search engine. Okay, can I use my paperback book? Yes, you can use anything. You can use an old book, a new book. You can share a book. You can use an old book from 2 years ago. I don't care. But some of you are relying on the e-text. And if you are, you need to rely on me teaching the next couple of days, or go to the Unit 1 and Unit 2 videos in last semester's 120 and watch those videos. Okay, so that's the most important page right now, is the outline. So make sure you print that out and make sure you put that in your notebook, because that tells you what's going on. All right, now let's go to the handouts. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the handouts because this is not a conventional class, and I feel like it needs to be done in the conventional class. Most of y'all, heck, y'all are doing this, you know, y'all made it to here, so that means y'all are pretty good students because you're able to follow directions and read and stuff like that. So I'm just going to let you work on the info, you read on that. I don't even have to give this anymore, because with Teams, you can communicate with me without even touching a telephone. All you have to do is go to your chat button, and you can either chat with me individually, or you can go to the group chat, which some of y'all were already. I'd love to see that. In fact, I'm going to go to it right now and show you. Let's see, where is it? Teams, there it is. Teams, the group chat. Yeah, here it is. This is great. This right here, this page right here where y'all are talking to each other, and some of y'all were up here going, I think he said he would pull us in. Oh, that's great. This is so great to see the class communicating with each other on the group chat. That is so great. I know I'm a nerd, okay, but that's great. That's better than any yeah, communication is key. Where'd you learn that, Miss Billy? Okay, Teams, let me go back, join now. I'm just going all over the place, I'm sorry. But that's a good thing. So now you don't even need my text number anymore. You don't even need my cell number, because everything can be done. And yes, I have my app on my phone. So when you text or when you chat, it comes to me on my phone. So that's a good thing. So we really don't need a cell number anymore. Class ideologies. I'm just going to read the first one. I treat y'all like I want to be treated. Now, Miss Billy and Miss Woodward, You're the only two in the class that's had me before. So I want you to take a minute right now, a second, unmute your mics, and tell the students maybe 2 or 3 words that describe my class. Oh, I hope they say
There's
something.
not a dull moment.
There's not a dull moment, okay?
It's flexible
I don't
with
know.
schedules.
What'd you say?
Flexible.
Flexible. So I guess those are two good words. Never a dull moment and flexible. But I don't know how this is going to go because, Miss Woodward, this is the first time I've actually taught totally with, but I have taught y'all through the Easley campus and the Pendleton campus and the Coney campus, but it was 3 groups. This one, I have 4 pictures, and then I have these people down here. So it's going to be a little bit interesting to see. And I will tell you this also, that Teams is trying to get to where they can put 9 pictures up at one time instead of 4. I read that on the internet the other day. They're trying to get to where they can put up 9. So, but I don't really care about that. But I'm just looking to see who's all on here. Okay. All right. Next, how to get to my YouTube. Well, that's pretty much self-explanatory. I'm not going to go through that. I'll just go to YouTube right here. You pull up Hubert McClure. You go under my last name to playlist. And the top row is the most recent. That's my 140 class. I started it yesterday. Y'all's class will go beside this one. Today's video will be posted, and it'll be called Math 120-12 2019-30. And it'll be right beside this one. Here is the class that you need to be watching. These are 2 classes. Now, let me explain to you why when you go to these classes, you'll see double, because I have 2 classes of 120 last semester. So I saved both videos in both classes. So you're getting double whammy. First day, first day. Second day, second day. So don't watch both of them unless you just want to. Now, when it comes to the math, you might want to watch both days because you'll see different problems. Okay? So when you get down here, start of chapter 1, 1.1, and beginning of 1.2, those are the same. 2A, 2.1. Sometimes I call it 2A and 2.1. I don't know why I do that, because the 103 uses A's and B's, and I can't stand that. So I don't know why I put the A in there. There's 2.1, there's 2.1. As you can see, you're starting to see how it works. I just call it the sections that I go over, and you need to go over those, okay? If you don't have a book, that will help you, okay? So that's the YouTube channel, okay? YouTube, Teams, and Mylabs Plus. I think most of y'all are on all 3, so I'm not really worried about this. Just read over it if you have any questions. Here's something, summer academic calendar. Make sure you print that out and make sure you make a note of the following 2 dates. I want you to write them down in your calendar and put them in your phone today. And I'm waiting on it to come up. And those 2 dates are, what do y'all think they are? The last day of class and the last day of finals. I'm going to blow it up a little bit for you. The last day of class, session A, is Wednesday, July 22nd. Write that down. I want you to put it in your phone. I want you to put it in your calendar, your phone calendar and your paperback calendar. July 22nd, Wednesday, is the last day of class. You're a Tuesday, Thursday class. So your class is over Tuesday, July 21st. So you need to write that down. This class, Math 120-12, the last day is the 21st, which is Tuesday. The exams are the 23rd through the 27th. Write that down. Thursday, the 23rd through Monday, the 27th. Those are important because your last test and your final exam will start on the 22nd and end on the 27th. And we'll get into that later. So that takes care of the class, the handouts. Okay, that's technically the first day of class. I go over the handouts and I go over the test. Does anybody have any questions about the handouts or the class? Because y'all can see that this is how you're going to come in. I'm going to put a message on the board. I'm going to say, I will be calling you in the next couple of minutes. And probably within a minute of that couple of minutes, I'll send out the meet invite. Okay? And that's how you're going to come to class. All right? So let's go to the Mylabs Plus. Now, I want everybody, I'm going to open up the chat box. I want everybody to tell me yes or no. Just put it in the chat box. How many of you have used Mylabs Plus at Tri-County Tech? If you haven't used it at Tri-County Tech, tell me where you used it. So go ahead. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I have. I have. No. Got one no. Keep going. Yes. No, never used. Two no's, three no's. Keep going. Three no's, three no's, three no's. Okay, nobody's going to type. Is that everybody? Might be everybody. I've never used it. Four no's, five no's. Five no's, five no's. Okay, that's close enough, I guess. Okay, so you've got some people in here that's never used it. So that's why I'm going to go over what I'm going to go over now. Here is Mylabs Plus and all its glory, main menu. I want you to write down 3 important buttons. 3 important buttons. One is homework. Now you're going to sit there and go, well, why wouldn't I know that's right? You would be surprised how many people are going to email me in the next couple of days and say, I can't find any of your assignments on Blackboard. Am I going to respond to that person? Hell to the no, I'm not going to respond to that person because that person hadn't read a single handout that I've sent out. Okay? Quizzes and tests. I don't give quizzes, but that's where you find your test. Now, in some Mylabs Plus applications, these two are found under assignments. Okay, so different books set it up different ways. Gradebook is your third button. Why in the world would gradebook be important? Because that's where your grade is. Let me explain something to you, 5 or 6 people that have never used Mylabs Plus and never had me before. I use Mylabs Plus and everything is in Mylabs Plus. I don't go out here and go, well, let's see, I want to make more work for myself. So I'm going to give y'all an extra project so I can go by and grade it by hand so I can go and input the grade into my grade book before the end of the semester because I want to make extra work for myself. No, I don't do that. Your homework is graded immediately after you submit it. Your test is graded right after you submit it. And your final grade is dependent upon 80% of your test and 20% of your homework. So you might want to write that down. 80% is test if you haven't had me before or you haven't had this, Mylabs Plus. Most of the teachers at Tri-County Tech follow that same 80-20% rule, especially in the math department. Okay? So grade book is how you tell what your grade is. E-text and chapter contents, that's how you get to your book. And that's kind of the fourth button. So we're going to go over homework. Now, a lot of people say, well, why are you going over homework? Because there's a way that you use Mylabs Plus. You don't just go in there and use homework, and then if you can't do the homework, you send me an email saying, I don't know how to do 1.2. No, that's caveman. That's not the way you utilize a support website. That's not the way you do it. Okay? I'm going to go to chapter 3 because that's math. Okay, I'm going to hit chapter, let's see, 3.4. And Miss Howard, why are you leaving? Did Miss Howard leave? Who was that left?
Sir, I'm still here.
Well, somebody just said they were leaving. Okay, I think it kicked me out of the video chat. Miss White, I'm sorry. I think it kicked. Are you well, is she still there? Okay, let me go to, give me a second. I've got to figure this out. Miss White. Can't remember her name. Oh, there it is. Oh, great. This keeps up with who gets kicked out. Oh, I love Teams. Okay. All right, so here's how you're supposed to do the homework. You go in, you do your homework, you go in here, and you pick a problem. Well, you would do number 1, of course, but I'm just going to pick a problem. And here's what the homework looks like. The test looks the same, except the test does not have help over here, okay? I don't want that. I want something simple. Give me something simple. Okay, the thumb rule. That's not exactly math, but it's thumb rule. Ranges, divides data sets into fourths, quartiles. Okay, here's a question, and let's say we don't know how to do it. Whether it's a math question, this is kind of a chapter 1 or 2 question because it's a word problem. So you hit question help. And that's not what I wanted. I want one with a video. Let me change sections. Let me go to 3 point. I'm trying to find one that's got a video. Let's try 3.5. And click on Miss White. Did you get back in? Everything good? Miss White, she didn't come back in. Hopefully she'll come back in. Okay, this one don't have, but it has a textbook, so we'll go with it. Now, I'm going to put, hold on just a second. I'm trying to save time by using some of my little pieces of paper over and over. There we go. And when you're doing your homework, of course, you're either going to watch what I do in class or you're going to watch the videos. You're going to go with the outline. You're going to go to homework. Miss White, did you get back in?
Yes, sir. Sorry, it kicked me out for a second.
I wondered what did that. It might have been your wireless, because if it had been my wireless, it would have kicked everybody out. So
Yeah, I
it must
think
have
it
been
was.
yours. Do you have extra credit questions? Not for you, Miss Woodward, because I don't like you. All right, but the rest of y'all might have extra credit questions. No, I do put extra credit questions on the test if y'all act good and y'all don't act belligerent. Okay? And those questions come from the syllabus. They come from questions that I go over, and you'll see that on the test here in just a minute. Okay? But I want everybody to concentrate on this right here. You do the homework, and then what happens if you need help when you're doing the homework? Well, when you're at home and you're doing the homework, you don't have access to me. So you utilize the question help. That's that right there, question help. You hit question help, and you're going to have help me solve this. That means I've never seen this before. Show me how to do it. View an example. And view an example basically says, I've seen it before, but just show me how to do it. Don't ask me a bunch of questions. That's the difference between the two. Textbook, it'll take you to the textbook when we get it to working, where it shows you in the textbook. StatCrunch is a glorified spreadsheet. I use Excel, but I will show you how to use StatCrunch. You will also have some that have videos and graphic tutorials. That's what video and graphic means. Now, let's say that you still can't find the answer. Let's say that you're still confused after you tried all those. Then you hit, as a last resort, Ask My Instructor. You hit Ask My Instructor, and you put in here, I suck, I can't win, I am a loser. Now, I'm doing that for a reason. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm doing it because I'm showing you this real time. I'm going to hit send, and next class, which would be Thursday, I will pull up my handy dandy email, and I'll pull up the 120 folder, and guess what will be there? Your questions from homework. There it is. I suck. I can't win. I am a loser. And I will do those questions. Miss Billy and Miss Woodward, do I go over homework questions in class? You're supposed to answer.
Yes.
Yes, I do. She said, yeah, right there. So I go over homework questions, but you got to what? Squeaky door gets what? Squeaky door gets grease. Y'all's parents should have taught y'all that, okay? I was looking around everywhere for where the class is taking place, but I cannot seem to find it. Mr. King. Let me pull Mr. King in. Give me a second, y'all. King. K-I-N-G. Does anybody know how long the request asked y'all to come into the call? Does anybody know?
I think it may be like 20 seconds.
Okay. Okay, she hadn't read her handouts because she's trying to download Skype for Business. Let me see if she's on. Smith, Alicia. No, I don't see her. She hasn't even. Okay, y'all got to read the handouts. I'm sorry.
I'm on.
Okay, so you did read the handouts. Okay, good.
Yeah, I did. My 365 wasn't pulling up on my computer.
Okay, that's an old email then. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anybody else. Okay. All right, let's see what this says. I do not know if any of you are having this issue. This is from my department head, but I cannot get either of my computers to bridge over to Blackboard to Mylabs Plus. Oh man, these people. I'm not even gonna answer that because they shouldn't even be using Blackboard. They're gonna learn one of these days. All right, so where was I? So I will do homework problems every day as long as you what? If you send them. If you don't send them, what am I going to assume? Come on, people. You know what I'm going to assume. What am I going to assume? If you don't send questions, that y'all understand it. That you don't have questions, so I'm going to move on. Squeaky door gets what? The grease. So let's look at the test now. I'm going to have to make one problem. We can go through and review. All right, y'all ready for a test? I'm going to have to pull up let me pull up Course Tools, Assignment Manager. Come on. There we go. So he's going to pull up a test and let us look at the test? Yeah, I'm a crazy teacher. I'm going to pull up the exact test that you're going to have. No, I don't think so. Y'all really think I'm that stupid? All right, import. Next. Let's pull up the Unit 1 test. And let's just do let's see, this is summer 20. So let's go with last semester. Spring 19. And test. And I might as well just go ahead and bring all of them over. I ain't got to do it later. Okay, now let's go to the assignment manager and pull up a test. And this will answer your question, Miss Woodward. Now, none of them are due right now because that's January January. This is 19, so I'm going to hit preview. And let's look at these test questions. Well, you should know which branch of the service I'm in because it's the only one that's got United States. Please don't put Army. Please don't do that. Next. That's a bonus question. In your grade book, to find your final grade after you have completed all your assignments, which should you choose? Now, this does not come from your handouts. Does anybody know where this comes from? This comes from students asking me questions at the end of the semester. Where do I find my grade? Hell, I don't. Just look for it. It'll be in there somewhere, maybe in an Easter egg somewhere. What should a student do if something happens and they are out of class for a while? Just wait till after grade turn in and have your mother call and say that you had to go on a cruise and you forgot to tell your teachers. Let me call on somebody. Mr. Yates, do you work anywhere?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
I work at an all-state insurance agency.
Oh, dang old, say 40%, dang old Jamaican guy. All right. What if you decided to go on a cruise and you didn't call work for 2 weeks?
Probably wouldn't have a job.
So if you leave school for a week, who should you tell?
Your instructor.
Yeah. God, what a concept. Anyway, the 90% of these bonus questions that I'm asking you come from DA students. Okay? Let me see what this chat says. Make sure I'm not missing any. Has anybody been thrown out of class yet? Okay. Miss Woodward, what are you talking about?
I'm just stating the facts now, Mr. Hubert.
Facts about what?
That you do not repeat yourself when you've already
Oh, yeah.
answered the questions.
Yeah, I don't like to repeat myself at all. Okay, I'll shut up. Okay, let's go back to what we're doing. I thought somebody might have got kicked out. All right, here's another question. That's a math question, of course. We'll go over that. What is Hubert's email and cell number? This is the #1 most missed bonus question. I think you can see a C. I don't know why. I don't know how people miss this one. I'll blow it up for y'all if y'all can't see it. Well, I can't because it won't let me because it's a test. I can't blow it up. So next, I'm showing y'all what you can make on a test, even if you're non-sentient. Oh, now y'all should know this. This is some of you that's had Math 120 before. Is the color of a car, is that qualitative, meaning quality, or quantitative, meaning quantity?
Qualitative.
Qualitative. It is a category. So that would be, I can't see, qualitative C. Okay, I'm gonna answer a couple of these. That's the chapter 1, 2 question. When is the last day of class? Okay, that's not supposed to be in there. I'm going to take that out. So that's going to be Tuesday, April 23rd. That shouldn't be in there. If a student does not complete a homework assignment or test, what grade will be recorded for that assignment?
0.
Zilch and
So I
number.
had a student tell me that she come from a high school that did not give zeros. Everybody gets a trophy. How is homework and quizzes and exams weighed in Hubert's class? What's the only answer that is the correct answer?
%.
What?
30%.
No.
A.
A.
A. Why? Because it's the only one that equals what?
100.
It equals 100. 30, 30, 30 only gives you 90.
Yep.
Why does Hubert not entertain extra credit, extra points, dropping any grades during the last weeks of the semester?
Because he's mean.
No, I want you to fail and live in a ditch.
My head hurt.
My head hurts. The only possible answer is what?
He wants me to fall and live in a ditch.
On these unit tests, and he gives you 3 tries. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to try to hurry up because I know some of y'all are getting sleepy. If you miss a question on a test and you believe it is correct, what should you do? Throw a temper tantrum. Or ask to see me and meet with me after class.
Sounds right.
Actually, I've had this one. D is what y'all do, students. Call Hubert's office, which I'm never in. Even when we did, even before I stay in my classroom. I don't stay in my office. Call me 5 or 6 times or write me emails saying, the last one saying, hello. That does nothing but piss a teacher off. If you have incomplete assignments and Hubert puts a 0 in for your grade, what will that 0 do to your grade?
Make it better.
Yeah, make it better. Makes it a shiny nickel. This is from the student that said that she didn't get 0s in high school. Is this quantitative or qualitative? Oh, is this discrete or continuous? Amount of water, that is measured, so that is continuous, not countable. And we'll get into that. That's chapter 1, chapter 2. If you look at your overall grade one day and it has decreased it from several days ago, a 0 has been placed. Although covered in the handouts, the first day of class by Hubert, what is the best way to communicate? Well, now it's not by cell phone. Now it's by team. Does Hubert replace your lowest grade with your final exam? Hail to the no. And then in a minute, you're going to get a bunch of math questions. It's not supposed to bunch all these together. It mixes them up. When does Hubert's homework terminate? Toward the end, by the outline, right before we get ready to take the test. And then you're going to see a bunch of math questions. I'm going to go through these because most of y'all see that they're math questions. And usually it mixes them up because I'm not taking the test. I'm just going through and reviewing it. If you take several forms of a test in Hubert's class, how is it counted? Okay, this you need to write down. On all my unit tests, there's 4 of them. I'll give you 3 chances, 3 attempts, and it takes the higher of the 3. So let's go ahead and get this DA question out of the way. Hubert, if I make a 98 on the first test, do I need to take it a second and third time? What's the answer to that question?
No.
No, because 98 and 0 are your grades. The computer is going to drop the 2 zeros and take the 98. Please do not send me that question. These people procreate. All right. Another math question. When are the week of finals? That question's not going to be on there, but now, even if you have no cognitive awareness of where you are, you can still make a 69 on my test. Some of them you make a 40, some of them you make a 70. That's not right. I got to fix that. We answered 2 or 3 math questions. That's why. Okay. Now the first test, I make it real easy. Okay. But even if you have no idea what's going on, you can still make above a 40 on my test. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you ever meet somebody that made a 20 in my class, back away from them slowly. Because they are either eat up with stupid or eat up with lazy, one of the 2. Okay, who has questions for me? Let's ask them. You can go back and look at the ones you got wrong. Yes, you can go through. Let me show you that. Let me go to, and where do you go through and review things? You go through and review things in Gradebook. Write that down. If you want to review your homework, if you want to review your test, you go through Gradebook. And watch this, and I'll show you. This is a trick I learned in the war. Main menu, and then you hit Gradebook. And my Unit 1 test will be in there since I took it. And it'll have a little link beside it that says review. Look at there. And then when you go to review, you can go and look at each one of them. Capiche?
Yes, sir.
That might be the homework. I don't know if that's a test or, yeah, that's homework. Did it have the test in there? Let's see if it had the test in there. How long do the temperature? Well, Mr. Sprouse, since we're in a 10-week class, they're going to be 2.5 weeks. I'm going to try to get it to 2.5 weeks. So you need to really get. Okay, it didn't. It didn't count that test because I was in review. That's why. That's why it didn't. So we're going to try to stay around 2.5 weeks. I think once you put the wax it out, it clears and you can go back to answers. Okay. Any other one's got a question? Now anybody got a question on the class and the homework and test, Mylabs Plus? So you will spend all your time in Mylabs Plus. You will not go to Blackboard for anything. Okay?
I have a question.
So I'm sorry, what?
I have a question about Mylabs Plus.
Yes.
On the handout, I went on it. It says to go to Blackboard and use the link from Mylabs Plus.
Yeah, it don't work.
But my login information for Mylabs Plus is not working.
Okay. We talked about this at the beginning of the class, or I think we did. I can't remember. Use what I just put one. You see that link I just put in the chat box?
Yes, sir.
You should be able to use that. Okay. Click on that and then go to it. Now, did you have a password the last time you used Mylabs Plus?
No, sir.
Okay, then use your T number. Do T and do it like this. Don't mess it up. T00012345 Don't put any spaces, no number signs. Make sure it's a capital T and use that as your password and see if that works. If not, let me know and we can discuss another way. And I'm going to show y'all this because some of y'all have had Mylabs Plus in the past. Some of my students have said that if you go through Blackboard and you click on your old classes, that my class will pop up and this semester's classes will pop up and you can click on it there. But I wouldn't suggest using Blackboard for anything because it's never up. So I would highly suggest number 4, which is what I just showed you. Were you able to click on that? I don't know who asked that question, but
it's not. It's saying my credentials are wrong.
Okay. Well, then what you need to do, let me check on that and let me, we'll talk about it Thursday. Well, you need to go ahead and get started. Oh, Lord. I don't know why I'm saying that. My credentials are wrong. All right, let's try it after class, okay? Stay with me after class and let me go through it. I want to see it, okay?
Okay.
Anybody else got questions?
So we'll start like normal class on
Actually,
Thursday?
yes. We'll start with the math. What I'm going to do Thursday is I'm going to start with 1.1, and I'm going to go through 1.1 as far as I can go. And then after that, we're going to, next Tuesday, I'll pick up from there, and I'll go until we get to chapter 3. When we get to chapter 3, I'm going to start spending a little bit more time with the math. I'm going to do a lot on the Excel spreadsheet because you can see that better than me writing all over this paper. Okay? So now let me go ahead and explain that to everybody. If you know how to use Excel, that's great. I'm happy for you, but please, I do not expect you to master Excel. I'm only using Excel to get everything on one screen. Does everybody understand that? I'm not using it to show you how to use Excel. I'm using it to show you how to do the math on one screen and not rely on a 8.5 by piece of 11 or 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, because I write big and it would take me 2 or 3 pages to do a single problem. Okay, so that's what the plan is. So when y'all come in Thursday, that's what we'll be doing. Now, let me ask y'all this. What time is class over? Is it 2:10 or 2? What time is class over?
2:35.
Yeah, I know I'm on end class today because I want y'all to work on Mylabs Plus, get Mylabs Plus. I want you to read chapter 1 and chapter 2 and get chapter 1 and chapter 2 homework out of the way as soon as possible. Okay? I've already called the roll, but just to make sure, let me go back to it and make sure nobody came in late, okay? Unless y'all want me to go into math, and we can go into math today. No, I'm gonna wait. I don't want to put everything on you at one time. Okay, let me go back in. Return to course. Set attendance for this course. Tuesday. Okay, did Mr. King, did you come in? I think I brought him in.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Miss Richardson. Ruiz Serrano. Miss Smith, I pulled you in. Got you. Sprouse, did I pull Mr. Sprouse in?
Yes, sir, you did. He's been in the chat.
He what?
He was in the chat.
Okay. And I think that's it. I think, wait a minute, let me see. Yeah. All but 2. All right, submit. Okay, questions for me? Okay, if you have questions or you want to see what happens with the, what I'm going to work with that student. Who am I going to work with? Who's that asked me about?
Alicia Smith.
Okay, Alicia Smith is going to stay. The rest of y'all can go unless you want to stay and see if we can work through your Mylabs Plus scenario. The rest of y'all can go, and I'll see y'all Tuesday or
Yes, sir.
Thursday. Okay?
Have a good one.
You too. All right, Miss Smith, let's pull. I'm going to log out on my, you can still see my screen. So I'm going to log out and give me your login. Give me your login. What is your login?
A Smith 72.
A Smith 72. And what is your T number?
00117476.
That ain't an incorrect combination. They still want to use mine. A Smith 72. And give me that T number again.
00117476.
It keeps wanting to use my.
If I had your class like a couple of years ago, I think pre-algebra, would we have used Mylabs Plus then?
No, let's see, 72. I don't understand why it's not taking. Let me go to Mozilla Firefox. Let me try another search engine. Oh, and try Microsoft Edge. Do you have Edge on your computer?
No, but I can download it.
Try it, because one of our students in the chat, way up on the chat earlier, said that Microsoft Edge worked well with. So try that. I'm gonna try it here. No.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to pull up, see what happens when I pull in. Let's see. TC.
I hit forgot password. It sent me a link, and let me see. It's working now. It let me change the password.
Oh, so you're in?
Yes, sir.
Well, hallelujah. Okay, well, good. All right, then you can get to work. Anybody else left in the class? Let me check and see. No, you're the only one. Okay, so you're ready to start.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye.